Oh friends, what a beautiful sight. A 1020 John Deere on a trailer ready to go home. And we're gonna take it there right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. And this here 1020, we've taken as far as we're gonna take it. So now we're taking it back home. And I thought I was prepared this time. I laid this ramp over that hole that it made when we loaded it. And this time it made a hole back here. So what's gonna take place now is, on the way back home from town, I'm gonna stop at the lumber yard and pick up all new boards to redo this floor, because I've pushed it about as far as I could go. And yeah, we're done. You see, when I hauled those salvage tractors on it, those are actually harder on the floor than this, because like when they don't have tires, they're putting a lot more pressure right on a spot, and that's what did it. I could see it the other day when I was hauling it. I could see the dips in the boards where they were giving out. So I'm just glad we made it home. This should be fine. It's sitting right now on the cross brace, and the outside edges of the tires are on the other two boards, so it'll make it one more trip. We're gonna have to watch when we unload though. We're gonna have to go in some other way, or have him, I don't know. It's gonna have to make sure we don't lose the front wheel in the hole, but I think we'll manage. I can maybe angle it as I go off and get this over here and be happy with our life, question mark. I could potentially also jam that board back under there so we at least catch part of this, you know. I don't know, we'll figure it out. That's later's problem. Right now's problem is just to get there and sort it out then. We also, excitingly enough, have to pick up that 54 drill that he had for us, and I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know if we can use this to do it. I had an idea of how to do it, but he was gonna have, his son wanted a tractor worked on, but he said he didn't want it worked on now, so that kind of ruins my easy way of loading. But I'll figure it out, friends. We'll figure something out. Oh, super cheap, super duty. Really need some maintenance, but we never have free time, so we just hope it works again. Yeah, we really need to change the oil in this. It keeps beeping at me, oil change required, and I keep pushing the clear button and not worrying about it. So that needs to be done. Oh, Buddy the dog, you just pulled a maneuver that's gonna get you killed. I mean, he went under the truck. That's terrible. I've had dogs do that before. That's a unfortunate thing. Well, we're almost there. We just have to climb this monstrous hill, which is a thrilling thing. Once again, camera probably doesn't show the tremendous terrain that we're about to encounter, but this is not flat at all. It's uphill. Both ways. Just like your parents said when they went to school. This is out where the glaciers forgot to wipe it flat in the prehistoric days. We're going up. Now we're going up even more. Come on, Super Duty. We're in second gear. We're gonna go steeper. Come on. There we go. Now we have to turn, because he's right on the other side of these trees. I hope the ground is solid enough that we can, you know, get there in this field and out again. So we're gonna do the smart thing and just pull head in and not worry about it, right? At least now we can see what we're doing. Last time we were here it was covered with snow. So yeah, well, we're gonna have to unfix our boo-boo here and figure out how we're gonna ramp it up, so to speak. I can hear the new sending unit bouncing in the tank, so that's working. All right, I guess sit here and watch me fail. All right, that went smoothly. Now the next thing is going to be to figure out how to load this. I don't know. It'd be sweet if that little thing would lift it, but I just don't know that it will. Potentially hook through here, maybe. Hey. Trying to formulate a plan here, but I think you ought to take it on a test drive first.
What, the tractor?
Yeah.
I will try it.
Okay. I got to bring you the shift knobs whenever they show up from who knows where, because they're still down in Georgia.
This is the way it used to be.
It definitely makes a difference.
It runs a lot smoother.
Yeah. Hopefully a happy customer right there. Yeah. The only thing we didn't get was the charging situation. So you can take that alternator in, and since you said you were ready to replace the regulator, I figured I'd let you handle that. But this is plumbed in now where it only...
That is so much better.
Yeah.
That other one.
Yeah, and this one only is pumping oil when you're using the valve. So see, you'll notice while you're doing that, the steering kind of lets up. So it won't help you as much steering while you're lifting, you can see. But when you're moving most of the time, you probably won't even notice it. So
I'm used to it.
without any, yeah. Yeah. So yeah. It makes a big difference.
Thank you.
No problem.
You just made my life funny.
I think just having those tines straight probably made it easier. That was hardly usable like it was. I mean,
Yeah, I'm going to try to go ahead and buy some new ones for that and break some.
yeah, if you get somebody who can order that steel, you can, because it was an odd size, whatever that width was, and then But they'll pull right out of there now, so.
Sounds good. It's gonna get a lot of work.
Is it?
I got a lot of stuff planned for it.
All right.
Since I got rid of the one guy that did all the renting, on the farm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna have more stuff to take care of then.
You got a lot to do. So I'm glad you got it rigged up.
Yeah.
The poor thing.
Yeah. It's amazing how much stuff just over time you don't realize is, wearing out or going bad or whatever, and then when you go to start in, you find all kinds of stuff like that fuel line. I mean, I didn't know that had a hole in it, but when I pulled it off, it was an actual hole. It wasn't just a crack. It was, you could see through it. So it was leaking gas the whole time you were using it every time. You wonder how many gallons of gas that you could have saved if you'd have known it had a hole in it,
Well, that's funny that I turned the gas off every day.
Yeah, because if you hadn't have, you would have lost it all.
Yeah, I always did. I don't know why. Something told me to turn the gas off. I always did. So I think somebody was watching out for me.
Oh, good.
There's times when I forgot to turn the gas off.
Uh-huh.
I'd go down there and I'd be down, a quarter tank, and I think somebody stole my gas.
Yeah, no, it was leaking out of there, but because of all the dirt and stuff in the frame, it wasn't just running out as a stream, it was hitting that, and then probably a slowed every so often, so you didn't even see it. You couldn't see that it was running out, because it was filtering through all that stuff down in there, so.
So the battery good enough to start it again?
It should be. I charged it up all night.
Oh, well.
So it'll probably, you could probably use it like this a lot before you'll notice that
Yeah, I always charge it. Or left it on a trickle charger all the time.
Yeah.
That's probably why I never really noticed it.
Yeah, yeah, that would be, because the trick, because it was, I think when it was dead and it wouldn't start it, it was at like 11.7 volts, so it wouldn't take much, but no. And then to take that bar out, all you got to do is take one of these bolts out on either side and then just slide that whole bar out, and then you can pull these out again. And
I've got this one, I think, down there in the barn. I'll take that out.
Take that and other piece. And well, now see, you'll have to pay attention, because I flip-flopped them all around, so they're not in their original holes. I tried to put you where you had spaced where it was useful, so there was a couple in the middle, and the two end ones are where they were, but these two I think were in these two holes maybe, and then the other two broken ones were there. I can't remember. The one of them, the worst one, that's probably this one, was here, because it was the one that was rolled over like an ingrown toenail or something. I mean, so, but that's nice, I think.
I'm very, very happy. Very happy.
He's even got your John Deere coat and hat on. You're happy with it.
Yeah. When I was in school, I wore it all the time. I always had they're pretty handy.
There you go.
I got a good one in the house. This one here I just wear around here. But, so what is the plan?
Well, I think we're gonna try to go behind it and see if this thing will even remotely pick it up. And if it will, maybe I can just like back the trailer under it. And if that doesn't work, what I had intended on first is like tongue first this way, and see if maybe I can just have it hang over the edges of the trailer somehow.
I was thinking 2 chains on each wheel, and just lift it up and pull under it. But you do.
No, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like,
we got the lift now.
If it'll pick it up, but it may not pick it up high enough. I don't know how heavy it is. I don't want it to swing in and crush the nose now. The tractor's nice, so. But that's what I'm thinking too. We'll try the chains and see if it'll pick it up high enough. I'll try to just back under it, and then and then see if we can go, because that.
I don't think that's too heavy.
I don't think so either, but I never really tried the tractor to see how much it could lift. Well, I thought I did. I think I stabbed it in a round bale and picked it up, so yeah. I don't know.
I haven't had anything it wouldn't lift yet.
Yeah, so maybe that'll do. I mean,
a little bitty Massey Ferguson, it's not like that. But it's basically a garden tractor.
Yeah.
That's on steroids. But it does a good job, but not like that. I missed that.
Well, see, like ours, it's the same idea of loader. Single way cylinders on the boom, and then one cylinder that's double for the bucket. And what we could always do is lift it as high as you could with the boom, and then roll the bucket up, and you could lift it even more. You know, the bucket would pick up more almost than the boom once you got there. So I don't know, we'll give it a try and see what happens. Well, that works. It's just
You just gonna leave these on here?
Nah, we can leave them in the drill maybe. And I'll just use it to pin it down there. I don't think it'll go anywhere.
Hello.
All through the trailer floor. Every board is a gamble. I'm gonna stop at this lumber yard on the way back and just stack up some boards and redo this floor over spring break, because I don't think it's gonna make it much more. That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here. Put that one there. That'll be good to go. All right. Oh, okay. Well, that was a lot less painful than I thought it would be. So I wasn't sure if the thing had lifted or not, but it didn't even struggle. So
yeah, I've never seen anything that couldn't lift.
Good tractor. We'll walk away before it changes its mind. Well, we got the drill loaded. That little 1020 just picked her right up. I don't know how much of that made it on camera. I'll have to see when we edit. I tried to point it towards what we were doing, but there's really no procedure for doing something like that. The nice thing is this drill's so narrow that it was able to pick that up easy, and I don't think we really hurt anything. You know, that was my main concern. I didn't want to squeeze the sides in on the box or whatever, because you don't see those hardly ever. Another nice thing is the guy was happy, and that makes me happy, and he even gave me a little more than what I had on there, so that's nice, you know. we did the best we could. I tried to keep it close to his number, and I think everybody's happy in the end, so that's good. So we're gonna try to get this thing home, and we'll take a look at it more when we get there. But yeah, these roads are curvy, so I'm gonna focus on driving. Almost heaven, Western Utah. Lots of Mormons going to the temple. Lots of kids there, men with many wives. And probably once a month, those guys hate their lives. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. Western Utah, Mormon mama, take me home. Country road. Man, I missed my calling. I could have been a country singer. John Deere ain't got nothing on me. Anywho, we're still trucking along. We're almost home. No pieces have fallen off, which is kind of spectacular at the rate we've been going, you know, with the trailer, but sure. Man, we're coming up here, and I thought somebody messed at the combine, but no, we got that done, so it's not there anymore. Gotten so used to seeing it for the last 4 months or whatever it's been. Probably 5 months, because I think it was November when it quit, and then yeah, November, December, January, February, March. All right, we made it back with that. So there's that. And we got lumber too. I figured we might as well just go now, because the floor is getting bad. Meant to do it a year ago, never got it done. Wanted to see if we could bring this tag around enough to show you that it says, it should say 54. Or maybe it didn't say that on the tag. Maybe that was just something you knew that it was. Just says Oliver Grain Drill. But we'll cover that in future episodes. As you may recall, Buddy the dog, he's a little hesitant. I accidentally, when I was getting out of the truck, my foot and his paw collided and he freaked out. So anyway, 54 drill because it's got open sprockets. It doesn't have the gearbox. And then later they came out with the 64. And in all of the drills I've seen sell over the years, probably 100 drills, this is the only one I've ever seen of these. I have never seen another 54 drill. I don't know if they got junked, or if they just didn't sell that many, or what the deal is, but, and I don't know what widths they made them in. Maybe this was the maximum width, and that's why you don't see them, because they're too small. I mean, this is only like, what, 8-foot drill? So, I don't know, but that's very unusual, very original. It's still even got the shields on chains and stuff. And he said it always been in the shed, so we're gonna have to try to find a place to put that back in. Maybe soak her up in some of that Zep, because that stuff is miraculous. I got some videos coming out in the next days ahead that I used it to do stuff that I cannot believe that it actually worked on. So thank you again to that viewer who sent that, because pretty snazzy. But this is neat. I mean, and yeah, I mean, it's just got everything. It's still got the jack all intact. We're gonna have to make us some pieces and stuff to make the other ones work. About fell over, sure. But at any rate, we got a project, and I believe next week is spring break, so for school, so I won't have to drop what I'm doing to do that anymore. So I'll have time to focus on projects if the weather's good. Spring is usually the time when I rebuild trailer floors. It seems like every time in my life, that's when I did it, was during spring break. But I still have all that wiring and stuff we were gonna put on this trailer to make it right, and never got to it. So we can strip this floor off, clean that all up, and work on our wiring and floor, and have it where this trailer floor will last us a good while again, and until we find something else we can't live without and trade it for that. I don't know. But sure enough, I think we're in business. I have been noticing though something else that's concerning me, and I can't see it when, see, like that spot right there. I'm afraid that that spot was made by the super cheap Super Duty, because I found another spot where I thought it was parked this morning, and I'm not sure what that is. I looked under it a while ago and I didn't see anything leaking, but just based on where it's sitting, it would have to be like that axle seal or a brake or something. I guess it could be fuel tank. It's just, that's a very odd spot. The best case scenario would be that it's the fuel tank, because then there wouldn't be any danger that something major was melting down. But I mean, we've serviced the rear end. I think this is the caliper we put on new. I've got a caliper for the other side, so if that would be leaking, that would also be acceptable. But I don't think I've ever had the truck parked in a way where that wheel could be sitting right there. That's why it makes me think it's this side of the truck. Well, no, I take that back. I think I had the whole thing backed in there, trailer against there, in which case it could be that wheel, in which case let's all say our prayers that it's that caliper that's messed up. Because if it's that, I have the piece in the back seat to fix it. But I sure don't see anything that looks like it's leaking, like pinion bearing there. No. And the way it was parked this morning, it would have had to been the back of the truck again that was doing the thing. I don't know, that's odd. Very odd that would be doing that to me. I mean, I can't imagine that no maintenance is a problem. I mean, that is dry as can be everywhere under this truck. Matter of fact, I've never owned a vehicle that stayed this dry. So, I don't know, that's a puzzlement. But it obviously, if it's coming out of that truck, it's not doing it very fast, because it's just a little moisture spot. And the one down there was that way too, but maybe it's something else. Maybe that just happens to be a place where, like, something out of the bed drained, or I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it, but we're gonna call this video here while we're still on a successful note before we find out sadness from that. But yeah, I'm happy. I think he's happy. And we got us another piece for collecting that's pretty interesting, because you just don't see them. And I think it potentially would go out there and work with only a little bit of attention. Obviously, drop tubes are a very bad situation here, so that would need attention. Also, some of these are stuck, which ain't nothing new. I mean, yeah, that one's about junk. I'm gonna have to find an outlet for blades. But hey, these are actually boltable. Like, I think they could be replaced. So we'll have to do investigating at some point. But yeah, like I said, let's call this one here while we're still winning. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.